give up being a cocktail waitress because she just didn't feel right about it. Answer, I answered her that it was up to her. I said, that is a decision that you must make. If you have a conviction about it, then give it up. If you want to know what I think about it personally, I think you ought to give it up. However, don't give it up because I say so, but give it up become if it becomes your conviction. She did give it up and found another job within a couple of weeks. She had been uh, bought with a price. She was not to be a servant of a man. And so that kind of tells you about the, uh, if you're the last section, if your master was asking you to do something immoral or illegal, then you would want out of that. The next section, that ends that section. Now we're going on to section verses 24 through 26. Now, verse 24, brethren, let every man with wherein he is called, therein abide with God. This is the important consideration when a person is converted. Whatever he is doing, wherever he is to remain in that position as long as he is free in his relationship to God. God must be first. Therein abide with God. If his situation will not permit God to be first, then he should change the situation as the cocktail waitress did. Concerning marriageable daughters is a subsection in this. And the discussion for the remainder of this chapter is an answer to the second question which the Corinthians had asked Paul and is related to the first question. Remember that all this must be interpreted in the light of what Corinth was in Paul's day. And then it can be applied to the day in which we live. Corinth was such a corrupt place, and manhood was corrupted there. When womanhood is corrupted, manhood will descend to the low level. That has always been the story. So, there was this question among Christian parents in Corinth: what should they do about their marriageable daughters? Before they were converted, their friends were drunken sots who went up to the temple of Aphrodite to the prostitutes there. What would the single Christian girl do now? Paul will deal with this question in verse 25. Now, uh, concerning virgins, I have no commandment of the Lord. Yet I give in my judgment as one that hath obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful. Now concerning virgins, several of the uh, translations have it now concerning virgin daughters, which I think clarifies it. That is really what he is talking about here. This reveals that Paul knew the commandments of the Lord Jesus Christ and what he taught. However, he specifically says here that concerning virgins, he has no commandment of the Lord. But he says, I give my own judgment. He is giving his opinion as a capable judge because he had obtained the mercy of God and he wants to be faithful to God. In other words, he passed the qualifications a judge should have, as he had told them in chapter 6. So, verse 26 says, I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. Say that it is good for a man so to be. And that concludes that section.